I'll take you to do doggy talk with Rocky.
You can blame me, folks. I was having a long chat with Rocky. Completely forgot to look at the clock.
Anyway, good evening, folks.
Oh.
It's muggy, it's dark, it's miserly, it's horrible here. Ugh. Sticky. But hey ho, the show must go on. Good evening, good afternoon, Mick. I bet it's warm where you are. Anyway, the penultimate live stream before the little break.
Evening pulsar or afternoon pulsar.
Yes, where you are. It's been sort of at 26 degrees. It's not too bad. Good evening, Richard.
Evening, Richard.
Yes. I'm glad you're better now. You know, well, Richard and I will be doing our postponed Greater Than 8 this Saturday. So look out for it.
All things being equal.
Yes. My turn to go down with the lurgies, but I'm lurgy free at the moment. I think I'm finally got rid of my my lurgy now. Anyway, oh gosh, of course he was Pulsar.
He demands nothing but.
Yes. And next week he's having a groom, and we haven't got to go anywhere because I found one that comes to us.
Oh, a home perm.
A home perm, yeah. Anyway, what's been going on the channel this week? It's been quite quiet in some places, but not so quiet in others. 3,498 views, but 27 subscribers. And I've got a lot of
subscribers.
Yes, and I think some of them may have come over from Vinyl Richie, who did us a wonderful plug because he did another thing on drink, which was absolutely brilliant. And yeah, thank you very much, Richie, for that. Much appreciated. So, what have you been watching this week? At number 3, the Bad ELP songs, 119. I had someone said I didn't get into the. I lost the point about it, and I just said, yeah, these are songs I just don't like listening to. People looking into things a little bit too deep on a light-hearted video. At number 2, the Gap Band album ranking 137. It's a lot of sleep for a Gap Band, but at number 1 last week, and it's come out of nowhere after it was up a few weeks ago, and it's The Perfect Side. Are You Experienced? Jimi Hendrix, 328. Top short that last week was not Jean-Michel Jarre.
I wonder why not.
It was Deep Purple's Bananas, which is not one of their better albums, but 431 people still liked watching it. Can't be bad. So in the last 28 days, we've had 26,342 people look at the channel. I remember when I was lucky to get that in 6 months, let alone in 28 days. And we got 133 new subscribers in that time. That's pretty cool as well. What's the views for the which? Well, the number 3 is Bad ELP, 292. At number 2 is the review of Equals One by Deep Purple, 451. But number 1, Are You Experienced? Jimi Hendrix, 556. So it tops twice. But the top short of the last 28 days is still part 6 of Living in Your Living Room with Jean-Michel Jarre, 7,602.
Now, do you want to tell them about the 35 days?
No, I can't remember. I can't remember.
Well, 35 days ago, you released Jean-Michel Jarre Part 6. And since then, you've picked up 203 subscribers.
God, didn't see that one coming, but there you go.
Yeah. And it has broken through the 15,000 mark.
Yes, it has. Yes, so how many people have watched this channel since I decided to do it? 424,392. We are 5 shy of 2,000 subs. So, guys, if you've got friends out there, get them to sub. The only time I'll do a plug.
Now, you know somebody that I watch on a thing called Twitch. That's the Lithuanian gentleman.
Yes.
And he jokingly refers to himself as the internet beggar. Tonight, internet beggar looking for fights.
Yeah. So no change really in what you're watching. Number 4, I always put the 4th in because there's always this little tussle between Mr. Riggs and Jethro Tull. Derek stands at 4155. Jethro Tull 4169.
Ooh, 14.
14, yeah. Slade is still merrily well placed at second with 4984. And the Quo at 9,203. And as Dave says, we have gone through the 1,500 marks with Jean-Michel Jarre, and it stands currently at 15,042. Now, stuff that I'm listening to at the moment, as you imagine, I'm not listening to a great deal. I'm going to do this very differently. I'm still waiting to listen to the new John Anderson album, which is out tomorrow. And everyone else, Ian Hunter, Mountain, Five Finger Death Punch, Bebop Deluxe, and I never call them Deluxe, I always call them Deluxe. And Argent, I've listened to 4.
And
there's another
part one of the new story.
Yeah, but we're not telling them who that is. Have to wait.
Well, they can see who it is if they go and look at the laundry list.
They can. So that's what I've been listening to. Yes, wow, 14. It's a lot of people like Jean-Michel Jarre. Anyway, that's what I've been listening to. I've done that little bit. Rocky's headed off to the door again. He's like, you can set your clock by him, so I know where he wants now. So while I'm sorting out his nibs, it's hatches, matches, and dispatches.
Okay. Don't forget, Rocky, stay under the bush.
Yes, he will.
Okay. Yeah, he will whenever it's raining. Okay. Dispatches, those who have passed in the last week. Some of these were not published whenever we did the last stream. So there's 11 plus 1. 11 in music and one other that we know. So on the 15th, Joe Chambers, an American psychedelic soul singer-songwriter with the Chambers Brothers. They were an American psychedelic soul band, best known for an 11-minute psychedelic soul hit in 1968 called Time Has Come Today. Also on the 15th, Justin Seth Riley is known professionally as Beat King and Club Godzilla. He was an American rapper, songwriter, and record producer. And Jack Russell, American glam metal singer with the band Great White. The 16th, there's 5 people here. Bobby Hicks, American bluegrass fiddler. Luther Kent, an American blues singer. Ratko Maksimovic, a Serbian classical composer. And God forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, I probably will, Tore Ilwizikar. He was a Norwegian experimental rock keyboardist with the band Ulver. But we also lost on the 16th Charles Blackwell. He's an English pop arranger, record producer, film composer, and songwriter. His death was announced on the 16th. But he wrote a #1 single, 1962.
Can I do it?
Yeah, go on.
Come outside. What for? Come outside. It's a lovely evening out there.
That's supposed to be Mike Sarn and Wendy Richard. The 17th, Johnny Dandy Rodriguez, an American Afro-Cuban jazz and salsa bongo player with the band Tipica 73, and Bert Susanka, American surf rock and cowpunk singer-songwriter and guitarist. He was with the band The Ziggins. I love that. Cowpunk. I think that's brilliant. Cowpunk. It's cowboy punk. I love the way it's been shortened. It sounds brilliant.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then 2 on the 20th, Charin Nantanakorn, a Thai singer, but the death was announced of John Walter Lawrence Clegg, an English actor, but we all knew him as Mr. La-di-da Gunnar Graham in an 8.5 film. He sadly passed away. He was 90. Birthdays, the Hatches. We've got 16 today. Youngest is 29-year-old Dua Lipa, British Kosovo Albanian pop singer-songwriter. 49 today is Jean-Francois, or Jeff Stinko, French-Canadian punk pop guitarist with the band Simple Plan. Hang on, let me. I wasn't sure if I'd caught him or not. Thanks for that, Pulsar. Yeah, I saw him, but I wasn't sure if we had covered him. 50 today is Stefano Verderi, an Italian guitarist with group Le Vibrazioni. The Vibrations to you and me. 51 today, and Iain got this straight away. Howard Dwayne Doro, or Doruff, Duru, whatever way you want to pronounce it. He's better known as Howie D, American singer with the Backstreet Boys.
Or lots of Backstreet Boys.
57 today, Paul Coleman. He's a British-born, British-Australian pop rock guitarist, vocalist, pianist, and composer. 58 today is Gary Eldridge Groyce. He's better known by his stage names GZA and The Genius. He's an American rapper. He was a founding member of the hip-hop group Wu-Tang Clan. And he's the group's spiritual head because he's both the first member in the group to receive a record deal and he's the oldest member as well. Good evening, Mike. 61 today. We know her as Tori Amos, but she was born Myra Ellen Amos, American singer-songwriter and pianist. And also 61 is James Curtis DeBarge of the DeBarge family, American R&B song singer.
Did it work? Terrible night.
63 today is Roland. I want to say Jamie, but I think it should be Jamie. Orzabal de la Quintana, English musician, singer, songwriter, record producer, and author. He's a guitarist, co-lead vocalist, main songwriter, co-founder, and the only constant member of Tears for Fears. 64 today, Floyd Elliott Ray. He's known professionally as Colin Ray. He was also previously known as Bubba Ray, American country music singer. 65 today is Juan Crucier, Cuban-American heavy metal bassist and songwriter with the band Rat. That's R-A-T-T. 66 is Vernon Reid, American hard rock and funk metal guitarist with Living Colour.
Yay, good band.
73 today, Teresa Davis, American soul singer. She was with the Emotions. And not, like I said earlier, Lloyd Cole and the Commotions. It's the Emotions. 77 today, and Iain got this one straight away. Donna Jean Thatcher Godchaux Mackay, American singer, best known as a member of the Grateful Dead from 72 to 79. She also performed with the Jerry Garcia Band and the short-lived Heart of Gold Band.
Which were basically members of the Grateful Dead.
Yeah. 79 today, he was born Carmine John Granito. He's better known as Ron Dante, an American singer, songwriter, session vocalist, and record producer. But he's best known as the real-life lead singer of the fictional cartoon band The Archies. Do you remember them?
Sure,
he was also the voice of the Cuff Links, and he co-produced Barry Manilow's first 9 albums. 90 today, and granddad is John Chowning. He's an American composer, musician, discoverer, and professor. He's best known for his work at Stanford University, where he founded CCRMA, which is the Center for Computer Research in Music and Acoustics. He did that in 1975, and he was involved in the development of the digital implementation of FM synthesis and the digital sound spatialization while he was there at Stanford. Wow.
Fancy saying that after a couple of sherbets.
I haven't a clue what the hell he does, but apparently he fiddled in music. Yeah. So that's your hatches. We've got no music-oriented matches today. We have got 2 historical matches, and we've got 2 disc matches, one of which is music-related. So, the matches: 1848, soldier, and he would later become U.S. President, Ulysses S. Grant. He married Julia Dent. And in 1925, the future Prime Minister of Canada, Lester B. Pearson, married a Canadian teacher, Marion Elspeth Moody. They stayed married until he died in 1972. The disc matches, and I haven't worked out what the equivalent figure is. You'll understand what I'm talking about in a moment. In 1927, Charlie Chaplin divorced his second wife, Lita Gray, after 3 years of marriage. At the time, it was the largest divorce settlement, $600,000 plus trusts for the children. I have no idea what value that would be today, except it would be in the millions. And then the music-related one, 1968, Cynthia Lennon sued John Lennon for divorce on the grounds of adultery. So that's your hatches, matches, dismatches. Today's talking point, blind pies. He's got a couple of interesting ones to show you.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Even I was surprised. I went, yeah. So we're going to have a bit of fun. I'm not taking part in it this week. So let me get rid of this. Close that. No, don't save that. There we go. All right.
Good evening, Jason.
Yeah. Yes. Hello, Jason. Try to take some writing. That is today. I will show you. Oh, yes. And what language is Iain's title? Chief Ranker. What language is that?
There we go.
Yes, I agree with the emojis. Very much so. Dear. Right. Let's add that to the stage and make it full screen. It's that time.
Yes, this is for the next week is the last week, of course, before I take me holly bobs. So what have I got for you next week? Well, we're going to kick off with the last part of the Peter Hamill story. and we're going to look at some of his collaborations that he's done with people. So that'll just tidy up the Peter Hamill. I've really enjoyed doing Peter Hamill. I stopped listening to Peter Hamill after the 80s, so I've been reintroduced to him, and I've really enjoyed doing it. And I know you guys have enjoyed it as well. A perfect side. I thought I'm going to do a Beatles album, but what one shall I do? And I thought I would do Rubber Soul. So that's. Oh, you started already? Oh, damn, an excuse to listen to. Yes, it's a damn good excuse to listen to Rubber Soul, Mick. So Tuesday, it is Ladies' Day, and I know there is one person that's going to be jumping for joy whose albums I'm ranking, because me and this person have seen them, and we've met these two young ladies. It's the same girls. They are very nice girls. We have nice conversations with them. And the retro ranking is another fabulous singer, Sheryl Crow, who is this? Or Peters and Lee. Every pick I make is blind. Oh, Jason.
Could have been Ray Charles.
Yeah. Hang on, where are we? So that's what's happening Tuesday. And here's one for Simon. He's a huge fan of this band, just like me, and I'll be ranking the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Got a busy day Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We have got Justin's birthday, and last year we did his American because he is from the United States. So this year he's going to get the UK. Now, there's not much difference between this and Wyoming Dave, so we did Sunday. So we'll just see what are the movers and groovers over 2 weeks in 1969. Sophomore Drome, which is a viewer's request next week, and it's Pink Floyd's A Source Full of Secrets against Hawkwind's In Search of Space.
And I know where I'm going.
And we've got a producer.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be doing the late but brilliant Eddie Kramer. Talking to producers, remember, guys, when we did Tim Palmer?
Mm-hmm.
Tim Palmer actually said thank you.
That's right.
And he says, I've just realised how old I'm getting. So that is what we are doing on Thursday. So the last day before the holidays, we're going to do a bit of power metal American power band Camelot. It's only a model. That's another story. And the new album, it's out tomorrow for Mr. John Anderson and the Band Geeks, which has got a member of the current lineup of Blue Oyster Cult in the Band Geeks. So that's what's going on. And I've put it back in, even though I've told you, this Saturday, after it was postponed last week, we're doing it this week. We're going to be looking at Greater in the Eight, and we're not even going to tell you what that actually means. I'm sure you've all worked it out anyway. So that's what's happening next week. Now, there will be a what's on while I'm off, but I'm going to be recording it before I do it, so it'll be already there. So I'll just put it up on Thursday of the week I'm off. It'll just be put up, so you won't miss out what we're doing when we come back. So I shall probably do it this weekend, because I'm not doing much this weekend, so I will do it then. Anyway, that's what's going on.
Well, you're busy-ish Saturday.
Yeah, I'm busy on Saturday, but Sunday it's quite a quiet day, and I might just sit and record a few bits, as you do, while I'm sitting. We've got one ear on the test match, if it isn't raining, and all the other sport that's going on, like the ladies' open and all that sort of thing. So there's lots going on.
Mm-hmm. And the Paralympics.
The Paralympics start, and yeah, my neighbour, she's going to the Paralympics.
Oh,
yes, she's going to Paris. I think in the middle bit. I think see I think equestrian or something.
Yes, Jason. It's coming to that time of year.
Yes. Yeah, so there's the link for those of you who want to come up. No, I said on the little stream this morning, I'll tell you what, although I'm not going to be doing anything live, I have prepared some stuff to put up on the channel. So there's not going to be, the channel's not going to, nothing going on. There is stuff being put up, but I've already done it. And I'm not going to tell you much about it, but there will be stuff up there for your entertainment value. And I've really had fun doing them. After the success of the last thing that went up, I thought we'll try it again. But I don't think this one will hit the dizzy heights of 15,000 views. So yeah.
15 hours, Jason. Dutch Grand Prix weekend starts in 15 hours.
15 hours.
Yeah.
I think Rocky's digging for victory on his mat. He's got one of these cool mats, and to get it in the right place, he has to put this. Got like this gel in it, and he moves all the gel so he can lay on it.
It makes a nest. Yeah.
Yes, he does. Now I've got to find it because it's under here, but I don't know. He's acquired something this week. It's quite funny. I'm sure I can get it with my feet. Yes. Now, you all know what these are. You take them on when you go on an aeroplane. Like that. Now, it normally sits.
I'm not going to put it up, but I'll let you read the comments.
Yes. So, yeah, this fell on the floor, and I didn't realise. And
His lordship's used it.
Yes, he has moved it from over there to under there, and he was asleep on this. His head was sort of here, so he was laying like that on it. I've lost that, haven't I? Because if I don't put it back, he'll go and find it and he'll start creating.
What's yours is mine, what's mine's me own.
Yes. He's got a habit of doing that. Has he settled down? What's going on? Yes, he's in his favourite perch. But it's just been so funny.
Well, I mean, the standard maths is for every dog year you multiply by 7. So 14, theoretically, he's 98.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's still as active as he was. Oh no, he's slowed down a bit, but he's still got that mindset that he had when he was younger.
Oh, this is it. You know, Molly. Yeah. Molly's around about the same age. I actually shocked myself the other day. Next month, at the end of this month, the start of next month, 17 years since Eugene and I moved to this house.
Good grief.
There you go.
Rocky is super senior. He is. Yeah, he's doesn't let up. Still does his routines.
Let's see. I think I am.
I don't know. I haven't brought anything this week. I've been doing other things.
Like learning how to put your feet up.
Yeah. I really haven't done much this week, channel-wise. So technically, although I'm doing a week of doing nothing, I've not done much this week at all. It's just, I'll do that, and then I'll go and watch a bit of TV. I've been watching some videos, huge mixing it up in the camera's view. So I'm sort of still doing something, but it's more of a leisurely feature.
Yeah, and then there's that program from Down Under, which will get. I mean, we all think, okay, yeah, we can cook. I can do this. I can do that. And we're talking MasterChef Australia, which I think is the best MasterChef program out there.
I've just realised it comes up for all three where it's going live. Sorry.
Yeah. Did you not know that?
Yeah, I didn't realise it was.
It shows all three.
So there you go. If you want to come up and say hello, there's the thing tonight.
I mean, some of the stuff, these are supposed to be home cooks, and the stuff that they're putting up on day one is not home cooking. It's restaurant quality cooking. It's unbelievable. And very sadly, last year, Jock Zafrillo, one of the judges, he flew back from Italy to take part in an event, and he was found dead in his hotel room. Very unfortunate. Shocked culinary world. But they have found a replacement. In fact, they found 3 replacements. We've got 2 former contestants now as judges. We've got a food critic she's a joy to listen to and a joy to watch, because she really is enthusiastic about the food. But they've got a 4-time Michelin star chef, Jean-Christophe Novelli. Oh, I've seen some of the stuff that he's cooking during the program. And, oh God, it's going to blow your mind. Yes, we do. We want records.
I'll tell you what I cooked. Well, I didn't have to do much cooking. I made a really nice beetroot and feta salad.
I remember somebody having a beetroot and goat's cheese salad.
Yeah, I couldn't find any. I couldn't find any goat's cheese, so I thought I'd do the next best thing, feta.
Yeah,
and it worked. It was really nice.
Very nice, yeah, because you need something to counter the saltiness of the feta.
Yeah, and beetroot works wonderfully. Anyway, that's enough of the cooking chat.
Let's have a look. I need to switch.
I'm just seeing what's in the thing. Nothing happening there. Yeah, it also works out when we do come back. We've got a new story to do. And I'll give you a little clue. Sometimes when he sings, he sounds like a Hoover.
It's 6 apiece in the
6 apiece.
Yes.
Yes, we got.
That's what I knew we'd forgotten to do something.
Oh yes.
I knew we'd forgotten to do something. So I go and I find this tab. Right. So last week's sophomore drome. The damned music for pleasure versus stiff little fingers, nobody's heroes. Iain thought stiff little fingers was going to win it. Well, it was a close call thing in the community. 7 votes to 6. But the live stream, oh boy. 12 votes to 5. And it all
Right.
went in favour of The Damned. So Iain has lost again. It's now 8-2. This week, U2's October versus Big Country's Steel Town. There's 6-all in the live, and the last time I looked, it was 6-4 in the community.
Oh, how many? We've only got. How many more have we got left to do?
One,
How many left is there?
2, 3, 4. It is, yeah, it's 4.
I can't be beaten.
Yeah, you got too big a lead.
But I could be
It could be narrowed.
narrowed, yes.
Hmm.
Because in October we've got something else starting. So watch this space. Watch this space big time. But what I'll say is, we've got to get our thinking caps on. Because this involves you guys. I'm sure everyone knows what's coming.
Well, it's like what we did this time last year.
Yeah.
Except we're not doing albums.
No. And we've come up with a really good, cool solution and fun competition. It's going to be a little bit different, so we don't do the same thing. So all you know is there's going to be another tournament, which is exciting. I have actually done some of the artwork and the things this week. I have been doing other things, but
yeah.
So let's put this back up because it'll just disappear very quickly. If I'll get the right one.
Nobody wants to come up tonight.
No one wants to come and play tonight, or they're still all trying to find their stuff they're going to show. I must admit, I didn't do mine till this afternoon because I knew exactly what I was pulling out.
Well, this is it. Not having records, I can't do blind buys.
Yeah, I mean, I literally went to the record collection, went bing, 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 bing. No looking, no thing. I knew. Well, I knew what I was going to do when it flew. And I thought, oh yeah, when they come up on the wheel last week, I knew exactly what I was going to do. Which doesn't happen very often.
No. Now that's the thing. Next week's wheel is not Rocky's wheel. Next week it's going to be the rabbit hole, and there's 2 wheels involved. One to find out who's listening, and the other to find out what they're listening to.
Yeah, so that'll be done next week because it gives it 2 weeks to listen to. So the first live stream back after the break, it'll be the rabbit hole and listening to what we've been told to listen to by our buddies on the panel, which will be lovely.
Yeah, it should be interesting, especially if you get something that you have never heard before. And I'm actually thinking that I might switch one of my artists.
Yes, because Dave's actually doing this as well. So that's been awesome.
I actually heard someone. I've been listening to Planet Rock in the car recently because, finally I get a decent DAB signal. And I heard a song today, and I thought, "What? This is Planet Rock. Why are you playing this?" And then I listened to the whole song, and I thought, like. Oh yes, go home and find out more about this artist. Oh, okay. I might actually put this person in instead of one of the ones that I've already got.
this the person who's added to the list as well?
Yes, she's been added. There you go. Clue. It's a female artist. Haha.
It's a female. Yes.
Mm.
Oh, there's 20 people watching. Wow.
Hello, 20 people.
Hello.
Why aren't you up talking? Say something. Don't leave us hanging, please.
No, I know that people do like just to watch. There's a lot of people that just like to watch it.
It's dropped. 2 people have suddenly left.
I know that my niece sometimes watches.
Oh, yes, up in Drome.
No.
She's not in Drome?
No, not that one. The other one.
Oh, down south.
Yeah, she watches sometimes.
Oh, right.
I know my brother watches, which is his birthday on Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, little brother's birthday.
Yes.
Not so little brother.
Mm.
He's always going to be my little brother because he's 10 years younger than me. He's always going to be my little bro.
Oh, I mean, he's 10 years younger than you. He's 20 years younger than me. That puts it in perspective.
Yes. Oh, hello, Black Elvis, whoever you may be. Welcome. Probably works for Disney.
Mm. No. No.
Oh.
Have you found it?
No, I haven't. Oh, something's rattled. Oh, right. Yeah.
Say.
Do you want to have the honours?
No, I'll let you do it.
Oh, thank you. You're going to have to do the talking because I can't.
Once again, troll. Troll la 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 la. Bye bye.
So it's very quiet tonight. Is everyone having their tea?
Well, it's either they're having the tea or they've decided, oh, go and watch something on the TV, or there's a marching band going on outside, or there's a riot, or we had a World War II bomb blown up over here.
Oh,
did you hear?
No, I didn't.
They had to evacuate. It was a new estate being built, and the contractors were working away, digging holes here, there, and everywhere. They'd already put up a bunch of houses, and all of a sudden they found this World War II bomb dropped by the Luftwaffe whenever during one of the raids on Belfast, and they had to evacuate 400 houses, 400 homes, and they put a big sand pit and as much stuff around and over this thing that they could, because they couldn't risk moving it, and then they blew it up the other day. Boy, it was spectacular whenever it went.
A bit of a boomy one.
Having his afternoon coffee. I'm having my weekly evening beer or glass of wine. Hello, Mike.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever it is. I can't remember.
Hiya.
It's good evening. He's in the same country
I
as
saw
you.
that guy. It was on the news about that bomb.
Yeah. And amazingly, the house that was beside it wasn't damaged.
All right.
They've been in and checked. There's no cracks. The foundations are fine. Everything. Oh, bloody hell! I was expecting the place beside it to at least have some sort of damage, shock damage, but no. It seems it all went straight up.
It was quite a big explosion, wasn't it?
It was not as big as the one down in, was it Portsmouth, that they towed out to sea and blew up about 3 months ago. That was spectacular whenever that went off. But
that could have gone off any time, couldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Well.
Oh yeah.
That's it, isn't it? It gets you thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it, but I mean, Newton Ards is 20 minutes into the centre of Belfast, and as you go into Belfast from Newton Ards, you go past Harlan and Wolff, the shipyards. That's what the Luftwaffe were bombing. They were going after the shipyards. Evening, Jason. You're on mute, Jason.
This is Jason doing silent movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've muted your microphone.
Hello. How's Southampton?
Wet.
Wet?
Wet and horrible. No, I went into town a bit, into like a little area called Eastleigh, which is the shit tip of the south. Just went and do some food shopping and got myself a nice steak for tonight, so I've had that. Local butchers, so you know it's good.
Sirloin?
No,
filet,
ribeye.
Oh,
Ribeye,
good
coffee
man.
ribeye.
Oh,
Medium rare.
Lovely.
3 minutes each side. Lovely jubbly.
Yeah, it's been windy here today. I mean, I said on the thing this morning I would try and catch if ears go up. Now, it didn't go, and I brought my phone in, and he never comes in straight away. He has to have a sniff where he'd been about 10 minutes ago, and the wind picked up, and I put the phone down, and his ears literally went like this.
Oh, you know what I thought you were going to say. The wind picked up. You could smell it from the other side of the garden.
No, it was just his ears just smashed everywhere.
Yeah.
No. Whenever it works, it's like watching the Red Baron Snoopy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've just dug through some records. Half of them I can't even remember what they look like, so it'll be a very short and sweet video when I do mine.
Okay. No, that's
Not a problem.
Yeah.
You might be interested. It's like weird stuff though.
Yeah.
Actually,
Christopher's doing a best of Elliott Smith.
All right. Yeah. Which reminds me, before we get going, I've got two things to say that I need to clear up. First of all, Christopher, I didn't mean to hide your comment. It's not that the power's gone to my head, but I just clicked on it. I don't know why. I just clicked on it. So sorry, mate. It didn't deserve to be hidden. At least I know I could do it now. And the other thing, we had a little comment was made right at the end of last week, if you remember, and it's about this band. The band that I have been calling the Beavis Front for years and years.
Oh yes.
And there was a bit of a dispute about what the correct pronunciation should be. So I thought, well, I'll have a look online. I'll see what I can come up with. And it seems that just about everybody pronounces the name of this band Beavis Front. That's everybody apart from one person, and that person is Nick Solomon. who says it's the Bevis front. So it's the Bevis front.
Well, we
So there
always
you go.
said,
I never knew that.
yeah.
Yeah.
We all said Beavis and Butthead, so that's the way I would have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're spelled slightly differently.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. There's no A in it.
Beavis was BEA.
Yeah. But there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah. So it should be Bevis
Yeah,
front.
So if
Bevis front. I never knew that. Yeah,
Interesting.
exactly.
It's
So in
like
that
the
case,
old,
Ian, you owe someone an apology.
Yeah.
it's a bit like the what was it? The kids book, wasn't it? The kids book, the Beerstein or the Beerstein Bears. No one can remember which one it was.
Yeah, it's like, is it a scone or is it a scone?
Scone.
If you're in Scotland, it's scone. If you're Irish, it's a scone.
Well, if my mum ever gets hold of them, they are gone. So yeah.
Anyway,
That's why Romuald.
I'm going to show you my my blind buys.
Oops. We've lost Jason. Device is hello. Device is not connected.
Oh, he's someone every week has problems, don't they? I'm sure he'll be back. Anyway, I'm going to go first. Get mine out of the way.
Okay.
Because as you can see, there's some lyrics across the bottom, and they're actually amongst these.
Somewhere.
So once I've shown what I'm showing, you can start guessing where the lyrics actually come from.
I'm just giving in an extra second or two. Oh, sorry. Let's go.
Right. So these come in different sort of categories. The first ones are the ones that I brought because I like the cover.
And here comes a rarity.
Yes, the first one, I took it out because of the glare, is, hold on, he's back.
Yeah.
Did the mouse escape?
Right, we've got technical difficulties.
I'm going to see that. I brought this on that cover. Now it's Rodney Matthews' artwork, and it's for Magnum's 1982 album, Chase the Dragon. So this is the very first thing I ever bought by Magnum, and I purely got it because I love the cover. I don't know if you can see, but it's a real sort of prehistoric.
Cool.
It's a cool.
It's a nice one. Dragon with a sort of a sci-fi city in the background.
Is that the only one I've missed?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right then.
This one, everyone knows this now.
Oh, Asia, yeah.
But back in 1982, I walked into John Lever, and this was at the back. I thought, oh, I like that. Got closer, picked it up, looked on the back, and then I saw that it got Jeffrey Downs, Steve Howe, Cole Palmer, and John Wetton, and I just picked it up and brought it.
Yeah.
That's a proper blind buy, isn't it?
Definitely.
Hang on. We're going to add another one. Good evening, or good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Michael. Oh, that's nice. You've got it signed by the man. But this is an incredible LP from 1982. Heat of the Moment, time here, of course. Only
Yes,
time.
great song.
It's an excellent album, and it is
Nice
one of those brilliant blind buys. Blind buys. And I looked at, and the cover, of course, is done by Mr. Roger Dean. So it's a win-win-win all round for that one for me. Okay, now back in 1984 at Christmas, a certain record shop it was a shop that didn't exist now, and it's called Revolver Records. And what they did, they put 3 12-inch singles in one of their bags, wrapped it up, and charged you £1. And you just took pot luck on what you got.
I mean, 3 for £1. That's not bad.
No,
That's not bad at all.
So the first one that I got was this 12-inch single by Mr. Rod Stewart.
Ah, that's a lyric, isn't it? That's a lyric.
Yes, well done, Mike.
Yes.
And the bonus is on the B-side, you get Tonight's the Night and 3-Time Loser. So you get 3 great songs on one 12-inch single.
That's good.
The second one is a little bit of Twisted Sister.
Oh, blimey.
And we're not going to take it. It's that one with the video that got into trouble about violence. And Dee Schneider took on these in Congress and told him it was just a play on a Tom and Jerry cartoon. No one got it. And it's got the kids are back live. You can't stop rock and roll. We're not going to make it. That was a gun. It's not just one song. It's 4 songs.
That's I can't remember what the documentary was. There was a wrestling documentary, and there was a cover version of that done, and that song's always been associated with it.
Yeah, I love the back cover as well. The Twisted Sister denim jacket. Now this one I'd never heard of in my life. A lady called Annabelle Lamb, and a song called Flame. Yeah, she's made 9 albums. Again, there was 2 songs on the B-side. It's not too bad. It's a bit of an 80s rock thing, 1984 and all that nonsense.
10 songs for £1.
Yeah.
That's a bloody good deal.
Yeah. So that was probably I probably got my mate got an absolutely pile of crap.
Yeah, but I mean, for £1, does it matter?
Yeah.
Now, the last ones, all the albums I brought because of the person on the front. I am Spartacus this week, which only means it's Nick. Good evening, Nick.
Spartacus.
Yeah.
I'm
Spartacus.
Yeah. Yes, we can hear you, Nick.
Yes,
Right.
I'm Spartacus, and so's my wife.
I was going to say that. Well, about you anyway. I don't know about your wife.
Right.
Hey,
Bob Young.
Chuck Norris lookalike.
Yeah, Chuck Norris lookalike. Now, Bob Young, of course, wrote songs with Status Quo, and he played the harmonica on stage. And this is called In Quo Country. So basically, Bob took a load of Quo songs and made them country.
Oh, right. Okay, it's different.
Yeah. What he did, there's a country version of Down Down on here. Caroline, Mean Girl, Living on an Island, and Dirty Water. It's an okay album, put it that way. I wouldn't say it comes out. I haven't played this in years. I might even put it on tomorrow. My next one, this one's from 1985, and I only brought it for the name of the people on the front, Mason and Fenn, which is actually Nick Mason from Pink Floyd, Nick Fenn, guitarist with Mike Oldfield, and 10cc. And there's another Pink Floyd member on here on one song singing Mr. Dave Gilmour. Again, it's one of their mid-80s sort of pastiche, poppy.
Yeah.
It's got 1 or 2 good songs on it, and there are some real on there as well. Now, this next one, this is 1985. Partners in Crime, Organised Crime. And the only reason I brought this, because of this gentleman here. John Coghlan from Status Quo. If you look on the back, there he is with permed hair. And yeah, the less we talk about this,
the better.
Yeah. Enough.
It's not very good. There's an awful version. There's a song on here called Hold On, which is very similar to Yes's Hold On. This next one, Kevin Peake from Sky. And when Dave went, yeah, I must admit, I have got better albums by this. This was the first one I brought. you can see, look at how twee he looks, and it's got some. The best thing on it is the Starship Suite, which takes up side 2, but the rest of it is.
Val Dunican's dad.
Yeah, look at that.
No. Val Dunican's better.
Yeah, look at
No.
Look at
He
that.
looks like he's in a bloke band.
Yeah.
I'm expecting to hear sitar Zen music.
Now, I think a lot of you know that I'm a big Genesis fan.
Yeah, okay.
So when I see an album with Mike Rutherford on the front, I bet buy that. He made 3 solo albums. They are all pretty naff, and this is the best of the naff. He can't sing very well, but you can tell it's Mike Rutherford on the guitar. But again, came out in, I think, 1984. So it's going to be that 80s sound production, the stuff I don't like, but I still brought it.
Yeah, all based on the name.
All based because it says Mike
The look
Rutherford.
on his face, though, it's like, why did you make me wear this hat?
Yes. Yeah, I don't think he was comfortable.
Yeah, why do I look like Chuck Norris?
And on that last one, 1980. When you see
have
that,
to show it. Oops.
when you see the name Roger Glover, you think, this is going to be good. You know it's going to have some great production on it. 1984. So again, it's just horrible tinny. I mean, 2 years earlier, he'd produced Bent Out of Shape, and then he comes up with this thing. I put this on this afternoon, and I got halfway through it and had to take it off.
Yeah.
That says it all.
But there we are. There's my presentation, and that's what it's about: buying stuff, and you go, yeah. I shouldn't have. I mean, I was lucky. Some of it I enjoyed, but there's a lot of it that I don't play very often.
Yeah.
I mean, you got away with 10 songs for £1.
Yeah, and
that's the only bonus.
I can't believe I paid $5.99 for that.
I just had a quick look. Annabelle Lamb has 9 studio albums.
She does.
Yeah. So, do you want to add it to the list?
Yeah, that's a rabbit hole to go down, isn't it? So there we go. That's my little presentation.
There you go.
So I'll take off the lyrics. Thank you very much, Cap. I'll take off the lyrics now because Mike got them straight away.
Fair play.
Did you get them before that?
No. It's just when you said, and it just clicked. The tune was going through my head as you mentioned that. I thought, yeah, that's the lyric, isn't it? Yeah.
So there we go.
What is it?
It was Infatuation by Rod Stewart.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I didn't know whether to admit that I actually knew it, Nick.
I like Rod Stewart, but I wasn't keen on his 80s stuff.
No,
that was. That's 1984. I don't think I'd have paid for it unless it was in that package. But
it's no Maggie May, is it?
No, it certainly isn't. It's got a nice, interesting riff, which I think Jeff Beck may have played. I think he does this. I think he came in and did the solo. That's not too bad, but the rest of it's pretty. Yeah.
Well,
not as bad as Mike Rutherford.
Do you think I'm Sexy is probably one of his all-time descents into crap?
Yeah.
Does anybody remember the Kenny Everett sketch?
Yes. That was the best thing about that. Kenny Everett's impersonation with his inflatable body.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was all
basically-
right in the faces, weren't he?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
all right. It was all right up until 1982. And then the production people said, we want you to make smooth poppy records because it's hip and trendy.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it all went downhill. And he didn't recover.
Yeah. Yeah.
He recovered. And then someone thought it'd be a good idea to make the American Songbook. Not one album, but 5 albums.
Well, yeah. Commercially, though.
A lot of people have done the American Songbook.
Yeah, but we don't want 5 albums, thank you.
Atlantic Crossing, is it? I wish he bloody fell in.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You made some great singles in the early 70s.
Yeah,
And then it just all went pear-shaped.
it did a little bit. Anyway, I'm interested to see what you guys, your blind buys, and which ones you go, yay, and the ones go, oh. So who would like to go next?
Shall I get mine out of the way? Because I've not got a lot to say about them.
Okay.
Okay, Jason.
Can you do it, Ian? I'm doing something else.
Okay. So are you ready then, Jason?
Right, yeah, okay. I'll try and go into detail where I can, but a lot of it I can't remember. So, this first one, I did a bit of the old. I've not actually opened it, but I have listened to it, strange as that may sound, right? And it is Sam Meran, and I got this in a blind bag for a £5. Right, and it's all instrumental stuff. It's not bad actually. I quite like it. So I probably will stick it on properly and record it. You know, I think he only ever did the one album, as far as I know. But yeah, it's not bad. It's quite good. Now, some of these that I'll be showing you is stuff that I got because.
No, he did a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
What?
One of which is posthumous.
So he's
Oh,
made
really?
an album.
Technically
Yeah.
12.
Bloody hell! I didn't know that.
Yeah. He
Oh well,
recorded
I might have
as,
to.
let's see, Blues Runner, Explorers, Flashback, Repository, Matrix Metals, Outer Limit Recordings, Wingdings.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, no rabbit hole for you.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. No, I knew that he died, but that must have been the last. That was the last time when we must have done then.
Yeah,
Anyway,
died 2018.
right. A lot of these records, the ones that I brought, just because they looked interesting, the covers or whatever, and I was big into the like 80s house music and that late 80s, so I got that one.
Sample Syndicate. Hijack.
Yeah. I
Never
can't
heard of
remember I can't remember what it sounds like. I think I like it. It's quite good. But you know, some of the usual things about, you know, taking bits and pieces from other records and TV shows and all that sort of thing.
Cheating.
So, yes, mate.
We know my views on that, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. This one I got given. Right now, you can't see what it is properly, but I'll dig it out. This one was just given to me around the boyfriend.
Looks like a
Really?
certain.
So yes, I
it is.
do know what it sounds like, but it was just mate said, "Oh, you can have that." So I was like, "All right, yeah, cheers."
No,
So that was
what's on it?
Moni.
Moni. Where are we? Hung Like a Pony remix.
Bring back Rod Stewart.
Yeah, shaking all over, and Moni, both which are live.
Right. I had to ask, didn't I?
Yeah, you had it. Your fault.
And I didn't make it up either. I didn't do it. Don't say it for giggles. I'd forgotten actually. It's called that. Oh, there we go. Right, okay. Oh, this one I got because I went to see him live. Right, this has got the shittest autograph I've ever seen on it. See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you lazy... Right, and he wasn't even there to sign it. I just brought it. It's like, you lazy bastard.
I don't think that's an autograph. I think that's like a catalog.
No,
number,
yeah,
like
but that's what he
500E.
called. That's what he calls himself, though. That he calls himself E.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What a disappointment.
Right.
What about the date? You dated it?
It's like a radio session thing. It's quite good, right? And it's got some tracks I had heard before, but I thought, you know, I wasn't familiar with it at the time, and some of the tracks he performed live that I hadn't heard before, so it was like, you know, yeah.
Yeah, he could have done a fancy E or done a bit of creative E, couldn't he? He could have he could have been a bit more creative.
Yeah, well, on one of his songs is Mr. E's Beautiful Blue, so he could have put Mystery.
Yeah.
But, you know,
yeah. Pun. It's a blind boy, Mr.
Oh,
E.
it was 15 quid, so I didn't think it was too bad.
What for for that one record?
Yeah, it's an EP.
So 15 quid.
Yeah.
My God.
But, well, I mean, you think about what you pay for a single these days. I've seen singles selling for 15 quid plus, so, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, one we
Not the ones I buy.
one we mentioned the other day, right? And I told this of who it was.
Oh my God!
I don't believe somebody actually. Oh,
I've got the album as well.
But that's a good song.
I like it actually. I do like it. He's got a good voice.
It didn't get released over here, thank God.
No, it did. It did. It just didn't chart. Yeah. 1985. I can't remember what place it got to. If you, Dave.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
Yeah, top 100. It's on there. 1985, I think. I'll wait till he's done that because I want to find out. I don't think it charted.
He'll get on your under the radar then.
Yeah. I might have put it on there. I can't remember. It's
87.
not released yet, obviously. 87.
Cool.
It was released in 1985 and it reached the giddy heights of number 87 in the UK. It got to number 2 in the US, number 8 in the US R&B, 19 in the US dance, number 21 in Australia, number 3 in New Zealand. But we had a bit more sense, 87 in the UK.
Yeah.
Well, it's number 1 in Afghanistan.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Dave, stop it.
Oh, Dave.
I'll tell you another joke in a minute when I finish with this. Right. Okay. A lot of people would go, oh, you shouldn't say that, but you know me. Anyway, DC, death metal. It's nothing to do with death metal. This was a storyline that was going on, right? All to do with the multiverse and everything. And I don't know if you can see the track listing there.
No.
Nope.
Is that better?
No. Gotta go the opposite way, Dave.
Gotta go the opposite way. We can't see it, small print. Down a bit. Keep coming down. Keep coming down. There we go. Yep.
Anyway, it's got the guy from Linkin Park. Yeah, the lead singer from Linkin Park. It was the band he was in before he was in Linkin Park. He's on it.
There you go.
You might be able to see better that way, actually, on the old strip there.
Oh, Chelsea Wolf's on there. Yeah, she's good.
Yeah. So it's quite a good album. But I picked it up because it was DC. I got 20% off as well.
Yeah, it's quite a mix of genres, isn't it? But
yeah. But I mean, it's called death metal because I think it's to do with the characters as opposed to the music.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. What's this one? Oh no, I didn't want that. You've picked up the wrong one. Never mind, forget that one. One that I've still not listened to properly. Just because it was David Bowie and it was cheap. I think it cost me £5.
Yeah, that's probably what it's worth.
Yeah, but it's Bowie in it, so.
Yeah, but there's Bowie and then
there's Bowie and there's Bowie and then there's Bowie.
Yeah, true.
Good evening, Andy.
Right.
Andy.
This one. Right, again, I can't remember what it's like. I think I got this again just for the cover.
Oh, crikey!
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I'd buy that just because it's got Jerry Anderson on it.
Yeah.
I'm a Jerry Anderson fan, and yet I've never heard of that one.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's Chris quite. From what I remember, I quite liked it.
Yeah, it was Joe 90.
And then the other one was Record Store Day Poetry, because I absolutely loved the movie, but without really remembering any of the music on it.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and not just because of that, but because I heard what was going to be, what it was going to look like. Whoopsie.
Oh.
Ooh.
Green blood splattered.
Nice one.
So there we go. So yeah, I mean, I dug them out very, very quickly. So not really any preparation done, but I thought I'd show you those. So there we go.
Good stuff.
Wonderful stuff.
Yeah, we've been done over by Richard, shaming you all for dismissing the Bowie No Plan EP outtakes from Black Star.
Oh, is that what it is?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well, my fault. Never mind. Whatever.
No, it's all of us.
Yeah, I think that was from a car boot. I think that was from a car boot sale anyway. So.
Doesn't matter. It's a good find, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whether you like that period of David Bowie or not, you know.
Not that I collect Bowie or anything like that, but I keep seeing the same old sort of stuff of his.
Oh, I do like some of his 80s stuff. I know. I mean, it's quite good. And I do want to get, obviously, some of the 70s classics as well. That'd be good. But yeah.
I've got 3 of the classics.
Yeah.
I've got Bloody Insane, Ziggy, and Hunky Dory.
Yeah.
He's definitely worth listening to up to about Lodger, you know, and the Berlin trilogy, that kind of era.
Well, there's a couple of his 90. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I like Little Wonder. I think that's good.
Nah. Not one of them.
I
like it.
As Ian keeps saying, we all hear music differently, so
Yeah.
nobody's correct.
Nobody's wrong.
No.
There was some good stuff in there. You were lucky that you quite like the ones that you got, but
yeah,
let's go and find out what Mike blind buys.
Okay.
I'll put him on the spot a bit, but there you go.
That's okay.
Right. Yeah, right. Actually, most of mine are ones that have turned out okay. I'll start with the record that I picked up when you lot were all in Leeds.
Oh,
record, and it was the last thing I bought that day, and it's
Oh,
Chickens.
They were a good band.
Billy
Monday from
This was really next to nothing. Yeah, and I knew absolutely nothing about these guys. And, you know, it turns out that, you know, they were in, it's like a 60s American supergroup, wasn't it? They were in people from Iron Butterfly. Was it Buffalo Springfield? Was a guy from Mothers of Invention as well?
Yeah.
Billy Mundy, yes, the drummer, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I picked this up. Now, I was sort of expecting this to be 60s psych, and most certainly isn't 60s psych. It's blue. You know, it's blues rock, and it's not bad actually. The only thing I would say about it is that it sounds more like a jam session than a fully fledged album. You know, that they seem to be going through the motions a little bit, but it's certainly a good listen. As I say, it wasn't what I was expecting. I thought, oh yeah, this will probably be some sort of psych album, but it's not. But yeah, it's still a decent buy, I thought, and it cost me next to nothing.
I remember showing that to Steve Whitty. He was sat next to me at the
That's
time.
right. In the pub.
Yeah. He's a classic rock sort of guy. I thought he might know a bit about it.
Yeah.
He rated it. Said,
I don't think he rated it very much, did he?
I think he did.
Yeah. Did he? Yeah, I can remember. Yes, it was when we were sat in the pub, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This probably still Scott when it's stuffing pork pies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anyway,
that's me
on to
going
the next
AFK.
one. Yeah, this was another sort of like record fair buy from some months ago, and I bought it because I thought this cover looks really good.
Who is it?
And Casa das Maquinas. They're a Brazilian prog band. So this album's from 1975, and it's pretty good stuff. So I think the name in Portuguese means something like machine house or machine shed or something like that, you know. But yeah, it's pretty standard sort of 70s prog rock. But you can definitely sort of hear the sort of Brazilian, sort of Latin, sort of South American sort of rhythms in there. So it's that was pretty good. Right, the next one.
Have you got?
Yeah.
Sorry, can I just ask? Have you got problems with your internet, mate?
If I what? No. What you said this before? What happens? It's a light that when the light shines off the off the album cover back into the camera.
Yeah, well, you're blurry. Your speech is delayed. Yeah, and you're like.
That's called
I'm always like
ambiance,
that.
Jason.
Right, okay. All right, okay. Fair enough.
No. Is everyone else okay with that?
Yeah, you've seen one.
I was just going to say, they're just saying it's making it a little difficult to see what the album covers are like. Anyway, that's all I was going to say. I'll shut up now.
No, it's okay. I'll do my best for you, Jason.
Yeah.
Right. This one. Now this one I bought, and it was because of the album cover. And the thing about the album cover, is it reminded me very much of Billy Bragg's Life's a Riot with Spy versus Spy.
Oh, yeah. I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's exactly the same layout. And I think it even says, pay no more than $3.99 on the Billy Bragg one. So it's on the utility label. And this is two women called Clea and McLeod, called Beyond Our Means. And so there they are on the back.
Let's show our handbag.
There are a couple of posh women, basically. One of them calls herself Cinder, probably because she doesn't, like to be called Lucinda, probably. I don't know. But anyway, one plays a double bass, and it's kind of okay. It's a bit folky, but it's a bit feminist, It's sort of like, that they've got a point of view, and they're gonna ram it down your throat, so to speak.
Where do they hail from, Mike?
It's not terrible. It's a bit folky. I mean, the music's actually quite good. So there you go. That's that one.
Where do they hail from,
Right,
Mike?
next off. What?
Where do they come from?
They're British.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
I believe. Yeah. Right. Next one.
Right.
I bought this because of the the lady on the front cover,
The
who
hot
is
girl.
Claudia Brücken, and she was a singer with Propaganda, and this is a band called Act, Laughter, Tears and Rage, and it's from the 80s, 1988, I think it is, and it's pretty good actually. It's sort of indie sort of electronic sort of pop, really.
Didn't she
So
used to have really
it's very
spiky
listenable.
hair? Didn't she used to have really spiky hair in Propaganda?
Yeah, she did. She did.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
she looks a lot different, doesn't she?
Looks a bit more sophisticated.
Yeah,
Yes.
she does. She does, but I think she's got very sort of striking looks, and I think you're sort of, but yeah, the hairstyle's completely different, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. Now then, there's a sort of there's a second-hand used record shop in Leeds called Relics, and you can often get some bargains in there, and this was in the punk rock section, and it was next to nothing, so I picked it up, and there you go. It's a band called Annelies Schmidt, Grau Energy. They're from Switzerland, and this is from the 1990s. I think late 90s, 1998, I believe, and it's a pretty good album. It's hardcore punk basically, and it's it's self-released, and I can't find out anything about them really. But
what's it similar to? Exploited or something like that, or
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
is it Buzzcocks type of punk, or
It's very it's very in your face sort of punk,
yeah? That's the sort
but they get going, they put their heads down, and they're away. It's pretty good stuff. Definitely not post punk. It's quite basic.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But as I say, can't find out much about them. There's very little about them on Discogs.
Huh.
So there you go. Right. Another record fair thing. Freeze Frame. It's
Brilliant.
12-inch single, Seeking Professional Advice. They're from Liverpool, apparently, and released in
That's a cool
1984. It is, isn't it? That's why I bought it. Because I thought, oh yeah, that looks pretty good. So you've got a remix. The remix on the B side is an absolute dog dinner. It really doesn't work. but the track itself, Seeking Professional Advice, is actually pretty good. So they're kind of new wave electronic, sort of poppy band.
It's not the Hung Like a Walrus mix, is it?
Yeah.
what the fuck is that?
Like a walrus mix.
Oh god!
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Right.
Oh,
Oh dear!
Another punk album. It was a bit less successful, but again, it was dead cheap. Called the Crop Dusters, and it's called If the Sober Go to Heaven. And I love that photograph.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, I'm going to really like this. They're a folk sort of punk band.
Punk.
And
Is that Timothy Leary on the cover?
Yeah. They're sort of they're not the Pogues, but the thing I would say about them is they're very very reliant on the guy who plays the fiddle, and it's sort of like it gets a bit wearing after a while. If everything is it's led with the violin, you know. But they're
I'm
not
sure
bad.
I've heard
They're
of
not
some of
bad.
their stuff. Yeah.
Have you? They're from.
I think so, yeah.
Well, they're from Lymington, I think. I think they're from Lymington.
The name slightly
they were
rings a
around
bell anyway.
Yeah, around in the 80s. So, let's say I bought it again because it was cheap. I mean, that's the thing about blind buys, isn't it? You know, you generally
Of
buy
course.
blind
Yeah.
buys.
It's cheap.
They're cheap and they look interesting.
Did
Yeah.
they have another record
Yeah,
after,
one that was-
that record? Or was that it? The Crop
What?
Dusters. Did they have another record? Did they release anything else, or is that just the?
I think they do. I think they've had sort of like 3 or 4 releases. But I must admit, I'd not seen them before. I've not seen anything by them before until I picked that up. Right. So one more album. This album was a bit more expensive, but and I bought it because of the name of the band. And the band are called Jane from Occupied Europe, and the album is called Colour Sound. Now, if you know your British post-punk, you know that Jane from Occupied Europe is the name of a Swell Maps album. And I thought any band that names themselves after a Swell Maps album are all right by me.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good. They're from down on the south coast, I think from Winchester or somewhere. And this is an album from early 90s. I think it's their only album, and it's really decent post-punk. It's really a really decent album. They're a band that,
called again?
you know, when you listen to them, you think maybe they should have maybe they should have been a bit more successful than they were. But I think I showed it on one of my videos quite a long time ago. And I think Harris Pilton said that he'd seen them live loads of times. They used to do the pub and club circuit around sort of Southampton, Portsmouth way back in the day. And he said that they were pretty. Oh, 2 albums. Homegrown Agent Orange. That's a brilliant name for a punk album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And the last one is a single. And I showed it to you guys last week after we'd gone off air. And it's this one that I picked up at a little market stall in Leeds. And I thought, well, I'll have that because it's only £1. And it's this lady, Seiko Matsuda. It's a single from 1982. And I think I'm pronouncing this right, Michael. But the style of music is known as Kaioku. And I think it's sort of like, it's pop music in the Western style.
Probably.
And yeah, what she sounds like, although it's 1982, the music sounds like it would be fitting for, you know, a Saturday evening variety show in the 1960s.
Yeah.
that kind of pop music, you know.
They don't have powerful vocals. The Japanese women, they're kind of restrained. You know, they're not really powerhouses when it comes to their vocals. I've noticed that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's right. That's right. It's very you're almost sort of reticent for singing. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I've got to show. So those are my blind buys for you folks.
Well, very cool.
Well done.
Bro.
Nice one.
Good.
Well done.
Hey. Hello, Rocky.
It's the birthday boy from yesterday.
Yeah.
Just getting a little...
So, are we going to the land of the rain or the land of the rising sun?
Eh?
Me.
Rain
Well, I've only got
UK,
about half a
rising-
dozen.
God, do you want to go?
Unless Michael wants to. Yeah. Do you want me to go?
Yeah. We'll save the brilliant presentation till last.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have the old crud up instead.
Crud up.
Yeah. This is a bloke who part of one of the biggest bands of all time. I'd always known he'd done solo stuff, but I'd always left it at that, and I never really bothered finding out more about it until he released a song called Uniforms.
Yeah. And that's Slit Skirts?
Sorry?
What's the track? Is that a single by Pete Townsend?
Yeah, Uniforms.
Oh, that's Chinese Girl, even something, right? From that record? Chinese Eyes.
Cowboys have Chinese eyes.
Yes.
That's a nice picture disc, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Out of his solo stuff, well, I've got quite a bit, but this is the one I've probably heard the most of, and played the most of.
Mm.
To be honest, I only really buy solo stuff by Townsend and this chap because of the Who connection.
Yeah.
But this is quite a good album. One of the boys, Roger Daltrey.
Mm-hmm.
I could have showed a whole host of his other albums, even his later stuff. But like I said, I knew they did solo stuff, but never bothered with it. And I used to come across stuff at car boot sales and that on the cheap. And this one I did. This one only cost me £1.
Oh, well.
I think that's an early solo by him, right? Was that his first solo? What's on there? What are the
77.
tracks?
1977. Yeah.
Is there a single on it that comes to mind?
There's a track called Parade, Single Man's Dilemma, Avenging Annie, Prisoner, Leon, One of the Boys.
That's
Giddy, Written on the Wind, Satin and Lace, Doing It All Again. Not a bad album, actually. I could have picked his. I've got Ride a Rock Horse as well.
Yeah, I remember that.
That is a good album.
There's another one of his early albums. It's like a picture of his face, young, a younger looking Daltrey. But I can't for the life of me remember what it's called.
It's got Giving It All Away on.
Might be. I'm not quite sure.
Is that the one where he's got the lit match?
No, I don't think so. But yeah, I was never really interested in their solo stuff. But some of it's quite good.
Yeah.
I've never listened to any John Entwistle stuff. He had a blues band, didn't he?
Yes.
And I'm not sure if Keith Moon released a solo record.
He did.
Did he?
Did. Yeah.
I think he did one. I can't remember.
Well, I'll have to have a look into that. But yeah, this one, Total Blind by an artist, a band called Horse. All I can tell you about them is this: it's a lady. She's Scottish, and I was basically buying something from a seller on Discogs, and I thought, well, I'll round up the price, round up the money, and this fitted the bill perfectly. I haven't got a clue who they are. Not a bad album, worth a listen. I did look up and see what her name is, and found out a load of other gump for her. She's gay. I think she's married another lady. This is from 1990 on Capitol. I don't know how she got the nickname Horse. Perhaps she likes sugar lumps and jumping over fences. I don't know. But it's not a bad listen.
Lad.
Now, I've actually heard of them, Nick, Horse. because there's another band called Horse, and when I was looking up information, they were coming up with that horse, not the horse that I was looking for.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I have heard of Horse.
To be honest, I've only played it the once. I'll give it another listen. She's not a bad singer. So yeah, Horse, Total Blind Boy. This band, Harris Pilton, used to bang on quite a bit about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Quite good. Quite good.
I listened to them 2 days ago. They sound like the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
What mode is in it?
He used to show records by them quite a bit. And I thought, well, I used to keep thinking, I'll have to give them a listen one day. And I never did. And I was at a record fair at Leicester, going through the £10 brand new album bins, and this was in there. And I thought, well, bugger it, let's buy it and give it a go. I don't like it.
The song I listened to. Yeah, the song I listened to was I Don't Want to Know If You Are Lonely.
Yeah. They can be a bit challenged, I think.
Yeah. It definitely sounds like the Foo Fighters, though.
This is some sort of radio type broadcast. I think it was a Record Store Day release from 2020.
Right.
But it's probably the wrong album to start, for me to start off listening to Husker Du.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I think some of these radio broadcasts, the quality's not always top notch, is it?
Yeah, no, it's shit.
Yeah, doesn't do the band justice.
No.
Yeah.
Zen Arcade is the Husker Du record that you guys want to get. That's probably their most well known. It means, do you remember? It was taken from a child's game. It was a memory game. Husker Du. It was a board game or something like that. In case you're curious about the name.
They're punk band, aren't they? Basically.
Yes. They are, yeah.
Yes.
But Harris Pilton rates them very highly. I thought, well, I saw this, £10, I'll give it a try. If it's no good, I'll VCLT it. So
I definitely want to listen to more of them after the track that I had.
Yeah, well, don't listen to this.
Okay, fair enough.
You'll probably be surprised at this one.
Wow.
Cool.
I knew Ian Jury had been in the band before the Blockheads, but again, I never really bothered looking into it. The Blockhead, Ian Jury and the Blockheads was my main interest, not Kilburn and the High Roads. This is a damn good album.
It is a very good album.
But having said that, to me, anything Ian Jury does is damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does look like a bit of Ian Jury.
I've got the other two ones released under the Kilburn name. What a Bunch, and there's a 10-inch sort of mini album single release as well, which the name bloody well escapes me at the minute. But yeah, never really bothered.
Has that got the Bus Driver's Prayer on it, or is that one of the others?
No, there's actually an album called The Bus Driver's Prayer, Another Story. I've actually got it as well. I'm missing one Ian Jury studio album, a couple of live albums, and then the remaining 4 copies of Do It Yourself. But no, that's not on here, Mike. I'll show that album at another time. But
it's Billy and the Bentley and the Crippled Nerves and Huffety Puff.
Huffety Puff.
How does it sound compared to Ian Joy's usual stuff? Obviously, he's like a guest on there.
Well, this was his band.
Oh, was still his
he's not
band.
good.
Right.
That's where he started. I'd say,
Yeah.
Right.
and you know who it is, don't you? You straight away.
Yeah. Poet laureate Ian Jury.
Yes.
This is
Right,
probably this is my best blind buy of all time, without a shadow of a doubt.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So you didn't know who they were when you bought that record? Huh?
No, I first saw this back in '85, I think. I was at a party, and a couple of my mates were holding a copy of Off the Bone by the Cramps. And I went over, had a chat with them, and it turns out a bit of a sort of a garage psychobilly type band. They had a copy of Off the Bone, and you'll love this. You'll love them, Nick. Go out and buy this album. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, I went to the record shop the day after. They didn't have a copy of Off the Bone, but they had a copy of this. So I paid for it, took it home. It's live. It's bloody fantastic. And this got me on my sort of love for the Cramps.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Absolutely love it.
Their stage act was just amazing.
God, it was a good one to start with, wasn't it, Nick? Really good one to start with.
Christ, yeah. I've since then I've got Off the Bone. I've got Songs the Lord Taught Us. I've actually found some sort of bootleg Cramps album online, which I might buy. But coming across their stuff isn't easy.
No, not
especially
at all.
at record fairs now. It's quite pricey.
Yeah,
it isn't
but,
it? Yeah.
I would highly recommend. I think there's an accompanying video to this sort of gig at the Peppermint Lounge on YouTube. Well worth watching. This album's well worth buying if you see it. And I think this one's quite cheap actually. And that's it. That's what I've got. I could have picked out a hell of a lot more, but I was sort of pushed for time.
That's right.
Really good
Yeah,
stuff.
that Cramps is the best blind buy album I've ever purchased.
Yeah, I would say that. You know, if you, as Mike said, if you're going to start off with a good album from the Cramps, why not that one?
And lots of people don't go for live albums, do they?
No, I would say that some of their definitive versions of them songs are on that album.
Yeah, the sound on this is great.
Yeah,
better than Husker Du.
Yeah. Husker Du can be a real sort of challenge to listen to, can't they?
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for showing Kilburn. I've not seen anything by them for ages.
No. Like I say, there's lots of bands. I know that the lead singers or other band members have been in bands previously, but I've always left it at that. I've never bothered with them because I've been happy and contented with what's going on there and then and now.
Yeah.
But it's not until I got involved with this vinyl community malarkey that
I think
I sort of took an interest and bothered with earlier stuff.
Yeah, I think there's a BBC in concert from sort of early 70s from Kilburn and the High Roads that's on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, I think it is. I think I've seen someone. There's a little clip of it, but I know there's a longer version of it somewhere.
Yeah,
there's BBC sort of live from Maida Vale type albums, but they cost an absolute bloody arm and a leg to buy. you're looking at £100 each plus. And as much as I love Iain during the blockheads and Kilburn and the high roads, I can't really justify sort of going for them.
No, it's a little bit. Well, as usual, Nick, you show some interesting stuff. So our final video tonight, we're going across to the early morning of Japan. So,
hiya, fellas. Hiya, fellas.
Hello.
You know, so we're all in agreement that the best blind buys are the ones that we find. They're spontaneous, right? I mean, they're not stuff that we research. Like, in other words, I mean, I bought this without listening to it online, but I've been curious about Baby Huey for a long time, and then I bought it. So that's not a blind buy. Blind buy is you're in the shop, you got some cash in your pocket, you know, you're exhausted, you haven't found anything, you pick something up, and you feel something in your body. And you just say, WTF, right? WTF. Yeah. So these are my blind buys, and I'm going to quote you prices I'll quote you the first one. I got this for 880 yen, which was 4.5 British pounds. I got this at a book fair, and I have no reggae in my collection whatsoever. I don't have any like. Bob Marley or I mean, I appreciate it. I just don't own it, right? So I saw this record and, he's in the water and he's happy and he's smiling. And I think, he doesn't have a joint in his mouth. And I'm thinking, okay, I'll give it a try. Yami Bolo. It's quite good. And, what I found interesting is the production of these reggae albums. And that is, it's on the Tappa label. And this is so handmade, right? I mean, it's not even centered, and it's not paper. It's weird. And even the cardboard of this jacket, there's printing on the inside of the jacket. In other words, this is probably going to be a total waste of time. But you see that? Look. It's like a printing mistake. You don't know who was planned on. Okay. My next blind buy for 1,320 yen. I've shown this once before, and this is Alberta Hunter. Didn't know who she was. So happy I got this record. Just a brilliant singer. Just what can I tell you? She was she sang at clubs in New York. I guess you would say she was a jazz singer, and she quit music. She went to Europe and became a nurse. And John Hammond rediscovered her, brought her back, got her into the recording studio. This is on Columbia. And she's got a song on here, I've Had Enough. And I used it in a video where she just says, get out of my life. It's like songs for giving you the lovers, giving people the boot. Get out of here. Avida Zane. We're done. Good record. You might like it. Okay, next one. 550 yen. So, like $3. I got this at another book fair, and this is Young Django. This is Stefan Grappelli on violin, and Larry Coryell and two other guys. And this is the most beautifully recorded record I've ever heard. In fact, my wife and I are going to go to a cafe near our house, and it's in a log cabin, and the guy's got a ton of gear, huge speakers. I'm going to bring this record to play, and it's just beautiful. It's songs of Django Reinhardt, and it's called Young Django. I like it. I'll go faster. 330 yen, so a pound. The Crusaders. This has grown on me. This is all instrumental. It's kind of funky. I don't know what to tell you. I knew nothing of the Crusaders. I like this record. If anybody wants to chime in, I know that Iain likes the Crusaders, but what can I tell you? I can't embellish any further, but I can embellish on this. Blind buy. I got this up the street from me. This is Irma Thomas, and to many unknown. So you put her in Aretha Franklin mode, right, as a singer, and on guitar, Duane Allman. So I guess he was a session artist before before he formed the Allman Brothers with his brother. And the song on this is The Killers, In Between Tears. Yes?
Yeah, I mean, anything that says Duane Allman on it, it's a winner anyway, isn't it? If he's playing on it.
That's great.
Yeah. Jazz. There'll be some jazz stuff here. VSOP. I got this for 300 yen, and up at the local book off, and it's Ron Carter and who are the other guys? Forget. So early in the morning. But nice jazz recorded in Berkeley, California, home of our next president of the United States, Kamala Harris. And the next record, Art Farmer, Modern Art. I like this. This is a good record. I have no jazz. I mean, you go into a store and there's so much jazz, you just get, you get paralyzed from all the choices, So Mox Nix, the first song on this, you've heard it before. If you got this record and you put it on your turntable and played the first song, great song. Modern Art, Art Farmer. Showed this once before, Dyke and the Blazers. Got this at Meruido in Kawagoe, a couple of stations away from my house. Marvelous record. Think James Brown. It's funky. He was from Buffalo, New York, where my old girlfriend was from. And I got another jazz record, Thelonious Monk, the most I ever paid for a blind by 3,000 yen. I got this at Orub in Okayama, and I was probably buttering him up to do a video. So I thought I should probably, pay him some homage and get the record, because that's a lot of money for a record from me on a blind buy. It's okay. I've listened to it a few times. The other jazz records I've listened to more. James Carr, You Got My Mind Messed Up, pouring water on a drowning man. Great vocalist. He died early on in his career. This is a classic soul record. Lots of soul channels will show this record in their videos. Almost done. And last one, Bud Powell. It's kind of old. It's just it's like I need something that's a little bit more upbeat as a jazz record. So I will probably be looking to sell this. I paid 800 yen for it at Meruido, and okay, not great. So that's it. Those are my blind buy stuff that I just bought. Has a lark. I mean, where did I got this at Disc Union in Shinjuku. I mean, 580 yen when you don't have a lot of money in your pocket is and to bring it home is a good record. And I listened to this, right? I listened to Dyke and the Blazers. I listened to Modern Art. And if I don't listen to these records, I get rid of them. I sell them. That's my my modus operandi, so to speak. But this Irma, love this. This was really probably, a record that I'm like, damn, that was a good decision, right?
No.
Crusaders, not so much. And I think that's it. Thank you very much. Not as fun as last week, but you're stuck with with blind buys, right? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
When it comes to blind buys, I mean,
Yes.
I know you won't, but I mean, Michael, you see that and you go straight to it, and then you turn it over and you discover who's on it. You just have to buy it, don't you? And then you realise that Roger Dean did the picture.
But you're a Prague guy, so you must have bought that when you were like a teenager, right? That must have been like your first.
I was 82. I was
16.
16.
Yeah, you've had that a long time.
I've had that a long time. That was brought back in 82, and it's still one of my well-played albums. I love this album to this day. I really do. It's just a fabulous album.
Wasn't it ex-Roxy Music guys? Who comprised Asia?
Asia, we've got Jeffrey Downs from the Buggles.
Yeah.
We've got Steve Howell from Yes. We've got Cole Palmer from ELP. And John Wetton from absolutely everybody.
Right.
Yes,
I mean,
Nick.
Yeah. I mean,
did the Crusaders have a big hit here in Britain? The name's very familiar.
They did, but I need Dave to look it up. Yes, right. And then it had a vocal.
Street Life.
Street
That's
Life.
it. That's it.
Great song, right? This is all instrumental, but Street Life, they used a vocalist. It was a female vocalist.
That's right. Yeah, well done.
This kind of a disco song, Street Life.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing about this one, going back to it's engineered and produced by Mike Stone. It's just prog all over, isn't it? It's just a. The thing is, they made loads of albums, but nothing really topped that. That is it for me. I like the others, but this is just creme de la creme.
Yeah, it was the Crusaders. They had Randy Crawford was the vocalist.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. That's
Not
right.
bad get in, is it really?
I've got the tune playing in my head now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. Maybe do a duet, mate.
Anyway, would you like to find out what Rocky wants to pick for the penultimate week? For the penultimate, this is the last one next week. Because we're not going to do a spin a wheel next week because next week, guys, we're going to do the rabbit hole run. So
Oh, I thought it was this week.
No, it's next.
Yeah, so did I. I've forgotten.
Next week, because that way you've got 2 weeks to listen.
So if you're watching this and you're part of that, you'll need to come up to see. If you put something in, you'll need to come up.
Yes, because if we've decided if you're not up, we can't use the albums that you've put in, and we've got to take your tracks out or your albums out and your name off the listening list. Yes. So if you're on the list, come up. Otherwise, we have to do it.
As long as you're in the gallery. If you don't want to come up because you're busy, as long as you're on the stream somewhere, we'll accept that.
Just let us know that you're up on air or in the stream, and you can watch it later to see what you've got to listen to.
Just before we get to the wheel, Richard is asking me what joke was. I'd forgotten. Right. So, right. I know we've all got our ailments and all the rest of it, right?
Yes.
Well, I got this mate called Bob, right? He's got no legs and he's a mute. You don't hear him making a big song and dance about it.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, Jason.
Get worse.
Jason, that's the one that puts you up against the wall come the revolution.
Yes.
Where's Rod Stewart when you need him?
It's a good job I didn't do the. It's a good job I didn't
third
do
and
the
Manning, eh?
Yeah.
It's a good job I didn't do the Beatles one.
Yeah.
The cover version of yesterday. Leprosy.
Yeah.
I'm not half the man I used to be.
Oh.
No. Stop.
Anyway, what's left on the wheel? We've got our favourite covers, the greatest hits, instrumentals, the opening gambit, transition, chilling out.
Yes.
So let's see where we're going to land this thing. Here we go.
The opening gambit. Okay, so
yeah.
Well, remember the other week we did our favourite tracks to close an album.
Yes.
This is our favourite tracks that open the album. When you buy that album, the first track you hear when you put that needle down, and them songs that went, wow, that's blown me away.
Okay, fair enough.
The rest of the album can be absolute crap. It's the first one has to be.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start getting into duplicating stuff I've shown before.
Doesn't matter.
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah, I think I show singles on.
That's something
Yeah,
that's kind of.
There's tracks on me.
That's not working for me, Mike.
Okay.
And I can guarantee at least one Marillion song in there, of course.
Oh,
Which one? Which one?
I can't wait now.
Oh, the usual.
Yeah.
Stevie's bingo card will be out next week.
Right.
Yes. Just have another. Just Richard put, "Love it, Jason. Never let me down."
No, hang on. Yeah, but before that.
When is the debut? I think we've done debut. Have we done debut albums?
Well, it's when their best album is their debut, and then everything pales in comparison after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure. I can't remember. I'll have to go. One of the things I'll have to do is go back through all the streams and find what we've done and what we haven't done, and make a note. It's easy because it's all in the things. Anyway, I think it's time to hold up an album.
Sure.
I know what one I'm going with. I'm going to go something different tonight. I'm going to go with Annabelle.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be different.
Okay. So just Jason.
What's he going to do? Oh, a bit of Sherry Anderson.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much.
Right.
Well, it's time to say, Zebedee, it's time for bed.
Boing. Oops. Jason took that literally.
Yeah. Oh dear. Anyway, thank you for Jason. I don't know what's happened there.
He'll dial back in.
Well, he's come back.
There he is. He's back again.
What
What are you doing? What are you?
I just went.
Oh, bit like the other week I did. I just disappeared. Anyway, once again, thank you very much for this wonderful panel and showing their wonderful records. Thank you for you guys in the gallery. It's always lovely to have you here. We'll be back next week for the last one before my Holly Bobs. So we'll be same place, same time. Unfortunately, the same old faces, but we are. But you've come to love us all. So
no, maybe I'll have maybe I'll have a shave. I don't know.
Oh dear, steady on.
Before you go,
Before
you switch off, I need to just check. Oh, ads, get off. Blinking adverts. No, the numbers haven't changed. Okay.
So I'm going to end the poll now as well.
That's what I was looking at.
Yes, end poll, and at the moment it's 22 votes, and you two are winning. So I might lose again.
It's 19-14 overall to you two.
Oh dear, it looks like I'm going to get beaten again. So see you all next week, folks. Bye.
Bye. Won't do anything we wouldn't.